Welcome back to my channel. If you're one of my regulars and if you're new, hi, my name is Alessia. So let's start off with the beauty items first. So lately I've been kind of really into beauty. Shall we say, I'm kind of trying to use like obviously affordable items, but trying to look after my skin and stuff like that more. Obviously growing up as a child to an African mother, I was trained from the very beginning to always put moisturizer. Um, so let's see what I got my hands on. I wanted to kind of use, I don't really like, oftentimes I don't plan to buy stuff, and that's probably like a really bad thing. And I'll probably do like a separate video on that. I don't want to anticipate anything, but I did see that they had some sales going on, and I was really, really interested in these sales, beauty sales. And so I was like, you know what, let me just get my hands on some stuff, because they had basically already some sales going on, and then they had 20% off on top of that. And I love when they do things like this, because then you just get stuff like I'm not saying like in a reasonable amount, but definitely like a lot cheaper than you would have paid for. One thing that wasn't obviously included in this sale, but it was okay paying it full price, was basically this. I don't know what this is. I believe it got stained or it's having a leakage. I hope not, because I spent money. Let's just ignore that. I hope nothing happened to it. But basically it is a glycolic acid, like a 7% exfoliating toner from The Ordinary over TikTok. So I obviously will try it out for myself with, with discernment and being extra careful as much as possible, because obviously you are dealing with acid, like proper acid. So it can be like very aggressive, because obviously your body has its own pH, so you don't have to like play too much into that. But basically it's supposed to be used on your face. So it's a toner, and it says you have to apply it once daily, ideally in the evening, apply to the face and neck using a cotton pad or fingers. So it is something that has to be used again with discernment. Obviously, like any kind of skincare product, they always say, test it on your arm before putting it directly on your face, if it's supposed to go on your face, or private areas if it has to go in private areas. Now, from TikTok, they've said that this actually has a lot of different usages, and a lot of different there's a lot of different ways that you can use it. So now that would be kind of my little job, kind of test it out, hoping that I don't get anything strange on my body. Like, I don't know. Honestly, when it comes to skin, you can really think of the worst. Like definitely when people like stress over stretch marks, like honestly, it's nothing compared to what could happen with certain. It comes in this kind of bottle, your standard, The Ordinary, very minimalistic. And like I said, they basically said that there's loads of different ways to use it, and I'll test them all out. They improve skin texture, tone, and luminosity, so we'll see about that. I will change the nozzle, I think, when I use it. I think I did see someone basically putting like a little spray thing that you get sometimes when you buy like all the travel kits, and they give you like little bottles. They sometimes give you the little like spray head thing, so that you can, put it on perfumes or any of your products that you decide to take on holiday with you. And so I think I'll do that with this, because I can see myself, and not only myself, but I'm the one who's going to use it, but I can see myself literally pouring way too much. Obviously not on purpose. So I will change that when I use it. So I will definitely like put a nozzle thing or something on top of it, because yeah, like I said, I can see myself pouring way too much of this, and definitely doing the absolute worst to my skin. So we're not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited, because I've never tried anything from The Ordinary, and it is like obviously very sleek in the packaging, very aesthetic, but I've heard good things about it. and I've actually got a couple of people who tried to get me on it, like personally, you know, people from TikTok, but actual real people that I know trying to get me on it. I believe they were influenced as well from TikTok, but able to see at all. But basically, it's from the brand 7 Days. You guys will see maybe on, I don't know, I'll maybe take a picture of them. I don't know. But it's basically from the brand 7 Days. And they do a lot of like this little tube things that cater to different kind of, they have different functions. And it's called Brazil because it is an anti-cellulite body cream oil, and it has a 1% dosage of caffeine and 2% dosage of Brazil nut oil. And what I liked about it, obviously, is the vibrant color. I found it interesting how it was like in a yellow tub, which obviously reminds me of Sol de Janeiro, the viral cream, which I actually got myself a hand on a dupe here in Italy. I don't know if you can find anyone else, but I'm kind of testing it out. The only thing is, I definitely do love like the vitamin C kind of citrusy smell. But yeah, so this is basically like a little cream oil, and it basically has a 3-in-1 effective fight against cellulite, stretch marks, and other skin imperfections. The cream becomes activated once it's on skin, turns the oil. So is this packaging like? Honestly, no one will do packaging like this if it's not like Koreans or maybe like Japanese people, like Japanese brands. Like European brands, American brands are not that fun. They never have packaging that you can call fun. And then the last little piece which we have is um, the star of the show. All the cool designs weren't basically available, but cutting the long story short, Alessia, I saw that they had a massive sale. They had like a cheetah print. Now, did I need a cheetah print tote bag? Probably not. I actually don't need half the stuff I buy because, let's be fair, um, you only have this lifetime and you can't possibly like keep everything, wear everything and be the same size and have the same way of dressing and stuff. But I think I'm kind of in that mindset that now I'm gonna start not counting my age anymore. And so if one day I'll be 35, I'll just say that I'm 25 and still dress like a 25-year-old, I hope. So I got myself my hands on the Marc Jacobs tote bag, which is really the star of the show, not just because we're talking about designer, because it is obviously entry level when it comes to Marc Jacobs, because they have definitely things that are a little bit more expensive. I used to have Marc Jacobs not sunglasses, like actual like prescription glasses back in the day. Love them. I think that they were just fantastic. Like they were like a purpley color. But anyways, I didn't really need something this color because I pretty much wear beige and all that. And I was thinking maybe of looking into the Coach cargo tote in the leopard print. But it was one, more expensive, and two, I have basically all Coach cargo totes. So I was like, you know what? Let's just take the plunge. Let's just it just looked like so basic and cheap. It just wasn't doing it. So I was like, you know what, let's just see it. Obviously, like everything, I can always return stuff if I don't like it. The one thing about Zalando, they don't play with the return policy. Like if I return stuff like within 2 weeks, even less than that, the money is back into the account. So that's one thing. That's why I've always like purchasing from them, because ever since I started purchasing from them, they've never played with the whole kind of return policy thing. So yeah. I'm not gonna take it out yet, but this is she. Obviously have your regular Marc Jacobs, the tote bag and all of that. which actually is a part from which you can tell when something is fake. Like, it's just little things like that. The thing is, when you start, even if you don't have these items, when you start watching loads of videos, like I do, because I love fashion, before I buy something, like sometimes I can't even afford that thing, but I'll just watch loads of videos of it, or I'll try and find like alternatives for it. Obviously, it comes with your strap. Yeah, it looks like a seat belt compared to the Coach cargo tote for sure. And obviously you have your little certificate of authenticity, because like I said, so many fakes are out there, guys. Please be very careful when you buy secondhand bags. It's great for the environment, it's great for your pocket when it's possible. Like, look at her. I might actually wear this tomorrow because I'm going out with my mom, usually our outings. So I'm really, really glad. And yeah. Oh, and the last thing, it did come with the little dust bag from Marc. Like, look at that. Like, that is so cute. Like, I wish. No, actually, they did make a tote bag with this kind of design, this kind of monogram design. So I'm not going to say anything on that. Thank you guys for watching. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on social media as much as possible, as much as my head can carry. And I will see you in the next video. Also, let me know how you feel about this camera quality, because you're actually seeing this on my old phone because I changed phone. I didn't even do a video on that, but I changed phone. So now I was like, you know what, this old phone is not going to go anywhere. So let me just use it for my kind of content and stuff. So let me know how you feel about this, because maybe there'll be another video that I've actually made with my actual working phone, shall we say. So you guys will let me know how you feel about the camera quality and all of that. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.